The oppressive Roman summer of 1927 shimmered, a mirage of heat and desperation. Clara, a sculptor with haunted eyes the color of storm clouds, clutched a dusty journal in her trembling hand. Weeks of cryptic clues had led her here, to a crumbling palazzo rumored to house a forbidden society. Her curiosity, a ravenous beast within her, wouldn't be ignored. Creeping through overgrown gardens, the stench of decay assaulting her nostrils, Clara discovered a hidden doorway. A sliver of moonlight illuminated a passage descending into the darkness. Fear warred with fascination as she ventured deeper, the air growing colder with each step. Finally, she emerged into a vast chamber. In its center stood a monstrous obsidian altar, its surface etched with symbols that pulsed with an unnatural light. A sickening metallic tang filled the air, sending shivers down Clara's spine. The grotesque murals adorning the walls were no longer mere stories. They were depictions of unspeakable rituals. Before Clara could take another step, a chilling chant echoed through the chamber, resonating with the dark energy that thrummed within. Cloaked figures emerged from the shadows, their faces hidden beneath deep hoods. Panic clawed at her throat, but she pressed herself against the cold stone wall, praying to remain unseen. The high priest, a gaunt figure with eyes that glinted like polished obsidian, held aloft a silver chalice, its surface swirling with a viscous black liquid. Clara's blood ran cold. Stolen memories, she realized, the lifeblood of these figures. The chant reached a crescendo, a guttural plea that seemed to pierce the very walls. A tremor shook the chamber as the air crackled with a malevolent energy. Suddenly, the high priest raised his chalice towards the ceiling, his voice ringing out, "Offering accepted." Clara's heart hammered against her ribs. They were appeasing something monstrous. Her breath hitched as a swirling vortex materialized above the altar, a chilling void with a single, sightless eye staring down at them. The Devourer. As the hooded figures bowed in reverence, Clara's foot dislodged a loose stone, sending a clattering echo through the chamber. All heads snapped towards her hiding place. Fear, cold and primal, flooded her veins. The high priest let out a guttural snarl. "An intruder!" His voice echoed in the chamber, his eyes burning with a malevolent light. The hooded figures surged towards her, their movements swift and predatory. Clara knew escape was impossible. In a desperate act of defiance, she lunged for the altar, grabbing the silver chalice. The stolen memories inside pulsed against her touch, a chorus of forgotten lives. With a surge of adrenaline, she flung the chalice towards the Devourer's sightless eye. A deafening shriek ripped through the chamber. The vortex writhed as the black liquid splattered across its surface. The hooded figures screamed in outrage, scrambling away from the enraged entity. But Clara had no time for their panic. The high priest grabbed her arm, his grip like iron. "You fool!" he rasped, his voice laced with fury. "You've unleashed its wrath upon us all." Before Clara could respond, the Devourer pulsed with a blinding light. Then, with a deafening crack, the entity vanished, leaving behind a chilling silence. The chamber was bathed in a dim, eerie light. The hooded figures lay scattered around the room, their faces contorted in masks of fear and pain. Clara stood trembling, the weight of what she'd done crushing down on her. Had she saved Rome or condemned it? The answer, as dark and unknowable as the chamber itself, hung heavy in the air. Only time would tell.